So we are at Split Oaks Mitigation Park, and it is kind of like out in the middle of nowhere, if you can kind of see all around me. This place is a nature preserve that is just outside of Orlando. In fact, it's southeast of the airport. It's got a lot of hiking trails. There are 2 ponds here, though. And as weird as this is going to sound, it is May, and I'm freezing right now. And you can see there's deer here. It's really cool. I've seen quite a bit of wildlife already. I brought my wading shoes because I don't know if I'm going to have to wade into these ponds, but there are 2 ponds here on the property that seem to be connected by a canal. Okay, if you don't know, or by the time that you see this video, it's late spring here in Florida, and we are suffering from a severe drought. We've had just a little bit of rain in the last 2 months. Our overall water table is down really low. So places like Shingle Creek, which I like to fish, extremely shallow at this point, and really low running. There's a canal here, which I like to fish canals. This one, I'm talking about a canal that runs and connects much of the larger lakes together. It's actually not moving at all. It looks like it's still water. So this is going to make fishing kind of tough. The fish will either push up in early in the morning and feed, or they move out deeper, depending on how deep the overall water is. But if the water is, let's say, 5 feet deep in a pond overall, the fish are going to be wherever there's structure. And I have been not exactly skunked the last few times I've been out, but catching fish has been awfully tough. Alright, we're coming up on the first pond. Hopefully the shoreline isn't too weedy. This place gets a lot of traffic though because it's so close to Orlando. It's not like some of the other parks I've been to. So I have no idea how much fishing pressure or how little fishing pressure this place gets. Came up here on the edge. I already kicked out a little bass. Holy shit. Bambi. Yeah, I saw a couple fish bust on the surface. I'm gonna switch up my strategy and go to the other side of the pond, let the sun hit my back. Yeah, the fish could probably see me easier, but I'll have an easier time deciding where the fish are at as well. Come on, there's a crap cast. And I got one on. Stay with it. I lost him. Oh, he's... I missed him. Shoot. End up with all this stuff instead. Except and grab the tail, something small. Whatever it is ain't big enough to take the hook. Some big pine cones. There we go. First bass of the morning. Finally. That's a decent one too. All right. Let's hold on, you. No, come on. All right. Yeah, they're definitely post spawn. Perfect. Cool. So they're in here. By the way, if you're fishing Senkos, I finally went out and bought some O-hooks. So that I could stop losing Senkos. Got another one. This one's running at me. Nice. Little brother of the one I just caught. Oh, hang on. Control the hook. This guy is long. This is the one that probably missed the... let's see how we hooked here. The swim bait when I threw it over there. Pretty looking fish. He's long and skinny. Let's get him back in there. I'm pretty sure it's a turtle. Oh man, he jumped right at me. It's another little guy. Swim bait. Oh, he took it good right down to the bottom. That's three. The little guy's skinny and long. Let's get back in there. So I'm gonna head down to the second pond now. See what this is about. We may not be able to fish it. It looks like it's smaller. It could also be dried up. The canal between the two ponds is dried up because the water table's so low right now. And that sun has been literally 30 minutes. And it was probably, I don't know, high 60s, low 70s when I was catching those fish, and it is right now probably mid 70s, pushing up into the 80s. I can feel the heat sucks, and we're in scrub country, or Florida scrub country. It's not a lot of shade, so hopefully this trip over here to this pond is worth it. One of the cool things about fishing in Florida, especially in these places like this, is you can see a ton of wildlife. So this morning got scared by Bambi. I've seen a couple deer, rabbit. Thankfully, no gators or anything poisonous. But it just kicked out a coyote. I got the real bright brown summer fur. I thought it was a dog at first, but I was like, that's not a dog's tail. Those aren't a dog's ears. So, definitely a coyote. Somebody's been fishing it. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I fished that pond for quite a bit, and nothing. I see there's definitely fish in there. There's fry and everything else. But I want to get back to the other pond, fish the remainder of the shaded sections before the sun gets too hot. The nice thing about fishing these places out here in Florida is sometimes they don't get a lot of pressure, and you can catch fish pretty easily. I got 4 in that one spot. Sorry, 3, missed one. But this particular place here is easily accessible from Orlando. It's not very far. In fact, you can hear the airplanes overhead. The international airport is just down the road. So, judging by, its location and the amount of footprints I've seen, it gets pretty heavy traffic. So, as you've seen, also, I'm standing in a place where people are. My Senko just fell off. People kind of stepped it down. And I'm back where I started. Weeds. Throwing a chatterbait now. I'm just going to try to cover as much ground as possible because there's not a lot of structure that I can see. I see a lot of weeds. But today it wasn't a bad day. Caught 3, 2 dinks and 1 decent one, and missed a 4th one that felt like it was a good fish. But they were all piled up on that side over there. I mean, there's not a lot of shore access to actually get down and fish this really hard, and if I wanted to, I could, but since I got limited time and I've never been here before, I wanted to cover as much ground as possible. But the fish are definitely in here. I've seen pictures of decent fish that have come out of here, too. I would assume that this place gets moderate amount of pressure just because it's so close. But there's one more place that I want to stop on the way over. Now, if you're coming off in Narcoossee, then there is a canal that splits 2 lakes, and the canal actually goes all the way down to East Lake Toho. I didn't stop there first thing this morning just because the water's been low, so the water's not flowing, but there might be fish stacked up underneath the bridge to get out of the shade, or get out of the sun. So we're going to stop there real quick on the way home and see if there's anything. So I was going to fish this canal behind me, which is C29A. It's a canal that runs between a couple different lakes here that will actually go all the way down to East Lake Toho. And it's literally, if you look right there, that's the road that I came down, and you can kind of see the parking spaces up there for the wildlife area where those ponds are at. It's literally about a quarter mile away, and I was going to fish this morning, but the water's really low. It's not moving, so it's not worth fishing. But the other thing is, this bridge is an absolute hive of wasps right now. There are literally hundreds of thousands of wasps out here, and I'm not messing with them, not today. So we caught a few fish in a couple hours. It wasn't too bad. They're kind of all stacked on the one side, but Florida is really hot right now. Right now it's probably mid-80s. It's probably going to be pushing 90 today, and that's just the way it's been. Low water. It's going to be hard to fish until we start getting some rain. But get out there another day. There's a couple other places I'm going to check out and take you guys. But thanks for watching.